Alright. As I said, I'm the God Perfection's Next Coming, and I'm here to conquer Twitch. That is our goal as a group. We're going to take over Twitch entirely. Hey, I appreciate Hachi's. Normally duck. Sometimes everybody else just lets me go. Nobody duck says anything. Wow, that's annoying. Can I even do that from here? I've never had to do it from here before. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Alright, so a lot of you might know the host that I'm currently inhabiting. Learn from the best. Yes. A lot of you might know the host that whose body I'm currently inhabiting. Hello, Yui. No, the VOD will be fine. My stuff's set up to where that is not a problem. I can do that and VODs won't get nuked. Alright, so we're going to have a list of information here to give out. If you guys have any questions at any point about anything whatsoever, go ahead and ask. But I think we should get started. I want this to be short and sweet as possible. Yeah, hype. Alright, here it is. Here's my fantastic, perfectly crafted list of information that you guys are going to get. You, that wasn't a bot. So you can see you pulling the trigger for no reason. Alrighty. No. The one that you just banned somebody that wasn't a bot. I know, because I placed it there. Alright. There you go. Good job, Yui. Alright, so like I said, I share many qualities with the host. However, I am not the host. I am a completely different entity. I'm going to try my best to keep the host's personality traits suppressed while I am on screen. But let's see. I have before Yui. That's been like a constant. That's a constant. We'll talk about it later. Alright. So first of all, I stopped aging at 25. I've been around for centuries, and every time I'm around, I never seem to have been older or younger than when I hit the age of 25. I was younger at one point. There'll be lots of spicy water. Don't you worry about it. There'll be lots of spicy water. Probably not today, though. I'm 5'11". The host, however, is a bit shorter. Don't ask me how it works. It just is what it is. Things I like to do, some of this is definitely bleed over from the host himself, is I can stretch, but it's not going to be what you're expecting. Thank you, Doug. There we go. Alright, so we're debating. I'm still going to debate different topics. Same concepts as always. Communism, anything that has to do with oppression of other people, including here on Twitch, which should be a topic we also focus on, is how people also get ran off this platform. I think the host talked about it before, but we'll discuss it in our own time as well. We like skill-based games, which is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to, after we finish this debut, we're going to be playing League of Legends. That is a go-to game I like to show off, and I'll be doing lots of extra, just to make things extra flashy today when I do play. Other skill-based games are Total War, water. Total War, we'll be playing Dark Souls, stuff like that. This is adult chat, so there'll be not safe for work themes, but most of that will probably be contained to like Twitter. So if you don't want to see it, you don't have to worry about it. If you're wondering what my Twitter is, there you go. Except I misspelled it, because of course I did. All right, and then history. It hasn't come up yet, but I do like history, particularly anything that predates guns. With the exception of Sengoku era Japan, because they did have guns. I have a focus on Sengoku era Japan as my knowledge base, specifically anything to do with shinobi or ninja, as most people like it, and how much fluff and mystery came in from Hollywood that like muddied up the waters on like what actually was a shinobi skill. Just off the top of my head, the biggest thing is a lot of samurai were shinobi. So for some reason, everybody thinks it was peasants who were like revolting against the samurai. That's not the case. A shinobi is simply just somebody who has guerrilla and commando-like skill sets. Alright, I dislike adultery. We're going to get into that now. There is no bigger sin in this world than cheating on somebody you're with, especially if you're married. That's a whole different topic. Don't fucking cheat on whoever you're talking to. Nothing pisses me off more than making a commitment to somebody and then fucking around on them. Bullying. This might be controversial considering how I normally talk about people, but overall I don't like somebody that's stronger or has more power than another person to pick on other people. I also don't like creepy shit, so don't expect me to play a bunch of scary games. Was it like Phasmophobia, the fucking backroom game, none of that shit. I will not be playing it on my own because I do not like stuff like that. I don't like scary movies. The host, a lot of it might be traits from him. I was terrified of Chucky, even the Friday the 13th movies. I don't like any of that shit. The thing I dislike more than anything else, going back to our communist talk from earlier, is I hate capitalism. Anything that's just for the sake of making money, any made up crazy excuses to make money, all that shit I hate. Alright, and give me 1 second. And I'm back. Alright, so we're going to read some passages here that came from people who have studied me as a concept for their existence. Alright, Amaya, that's me. I am a concept more so than a being. I'm a force of nature that descended myself from the planes of existence long, long ago when I slew the God himself. But you guys pay attention to this right here. I just didn't slay any fucking God. I'm a God myself. I slayed the God, the one who made everything. Fuck that guy. I was once just an illusion. A magic illusion. I was casted on a host, not the current one, we'll get into him. But I was cast on a host long ago, but I was able to overpower that weak vessel that was containing me from being myself. The rumor is, I'm not going to tell you whether or not it's true, each planet-conquered being that has ever existed is just yet another host of me. Currently, a proud clan upholds my existence in secret locked-away chambers. At the passing of each host, it makes me weaker than I was. For example, right now, I cannot manifest my entire body. When I first got here, I was just a fancy little soul. But now I'm growing, getting bigger. I'm able to show more of my true power. Alright. Currently, I have... Well, not currently, because I already have a host. I'm always waiting on another vessel. Every time I pass away from natural causes or otherwise, I wait for another vessel to come so I can assert my dominance. No. So I can assert my perfection on the world once again. Every time I come around, they say it is a herald of changing times. And the world will be brought up to perfection once again at the hands of the current host I'm inhabiting, who is a fucking VTuber. I mean, he's a VTuber. So we're on Twitch. We're going to conquer this Twitch thing because apparently parasocial relationships is the best way to dominate everything nowadays. We'll see. No questions so far. Everybody chilling. Everybody's relaxing. All right, cool. So we're going to make some tags, some rules. These come in from other people. If you want to make art of me, you're going to use this tag. It's Alma Art. And if you want to make more spicy, funner things, you'll use this tag, which is Alma Lust. Alright. You say you play skill-based games, but in contrast to host, you're actually good at those games. It may actually explain the height difference between you two. Alright, so there's a good deal of bleed over between whichever host I take on at the time. I can't swap hosts, unfortunately. I'm stuck with this guy until his fucking body expires. So if you're saying that if he's bad at games, it's going to be troublesome for me. But I think I can get his skills up a little bit. And you'll definitely see some of that later on. The height difference, though? Yeah, still don't have an explanation for that one. I've had hosts that are taller than me, and then they shrink down to my normal size. Alright, I'm being told, this was also pre-established, that all of you guys are Ru. Or Rul. Let me say it correctly before somebody chimes in. It's Rul. Rul is an Arabic word for souls. And all of you are simply just untapped souls waiting to show your potential. To me, specifically. Some of you are already brighter than others. You're showing out a little bit. I recognize you. Alright, and then we have the Vanguard. Currently, I believe we only have 2 Vanguard members, which would be this Duck Prime fellow and this Mr. Millon fellow. They're both part of the Vanguard, and they are both loyal members who have transcended to being just a soul. They've contributed to our current conquest of Twitch. Alright, and our immediate goals to take over Twitch. We're going to make Plot in League of Legends. That is something that the host has already done before, so it should be pretty simple for us to do it again. We're going to start that adventure today. Just for context, Plaid is the top 13% of all players in that game that actually play competitively. So we'll be getting back into that. We'll be playing 10 long, grindy, painful games, which I also wouldn't recommend playing them all at once, but we're going to do that. Just because we're going to challenge ourselves today. Boop. What's up? Stay glad. And of course, we're going to involve ourselves in other skill-based games, including community-based games. We're going to have to find some of those. There's mostly like MMOs, Halo. I guess CSGO would be the same thing. I'm sure one of you people in the chat here knows whether or not you can make a competitive CSGO team that's actually not like just like dog water. Like for sure, we don't have 5 like good CSGO players hanging around. All right. Also, in our goals, we're gonna have a focus on politics. We're not playing FPS. It's not gonna happen. If they like if they had a tournament or something of like, hey, get your best players together and then the winning team gets prize money, then we do FPS chess. Alright, so we're going to have a focus on politics. That's something I want to keep because I think people should be informed about the world they live in. I'll make you good. Mr. Millon. You'll become good at CSGO. Alright, so we're going to have a focus on politics with a lean towards communistic values. There's a lot that goes into that. However, there's a singular contradiction going on here. Me being I don't quite understand it myself. I think it's bleed over from the fucking host, and I can't get rid of it. But me being a lord and the god of perfection, and this whole thing about communism, they don't fucking link together. From what I know, there's no leader in communism. There's no lord, there's no bourgeoisie of rich people or higher upper crust class. I'm struggling to comprehend why I give a fuck about communism so much when all I really want to do is take over the entire world, including Twitch. Alright, then we're going to have a rule of 303. This is a warrior's code. It simply means if you have the means at hand, you have the responsibility to act. It has a very problematic past, mostly members of the military in America, mind you. which is someplace on Earth that we may or may not be at. Let's not get into that. Alright, yeah, so Rule 303. At a means hand, you have the Responsibility Act. It has a traumatic past with military members and police. However, I like to take a step further from teaching of view of the fifth column. That just means if you are able to do so without it harming you or somebody else, I'd mean you're short on money even, so you can't help. But if you're able to help somebody out, you should help them out. Simple as that. There's also the thing that happened to Uvalde. That's when I started trying to live by Rule 303. I believe if you carry a weapon, you consider yourself a warrior. And being a warrior means, being a soldier, being a warrior, all of it simply means is that you are willing to put yourself in a situation where you'll die so that there's even a chance that other people might live. So in Uvalde, it's about to get real dark real quick. There was a school shooting. There was 30 to 50 police officers who sat outside or in the school and refused, because the commanding officer otherwise, they did not go in and stop a single shooter. In my personal opinion, they should just rushed in there. If 10 of them, 30 of them all got dropped by that one guy, but they stopped that guy from killing more kids, that's what should have happened. That's part of Rule 303 to me. Y'all guys can make your own interpretations on what it means when you consider yourself a warrior or anything like that. Yep, they sit right outside the door, only going in. I don't know about that. I hadn't read that. They also stop people's parents from going in and trying to do something. That's why I started living by this. Rule 303, like I said. If you have the means at hand, which these cops did, they had the means at hand. They had the weapons, they had the armor, they had the numbers even. You have the Responsibility Act. They definitely, especially about their job description, being cops, supposed to serve and protect, they had the responsibility to act and stop that guy from killing more kids. But they didn't. So, just in general, those guys did not live up 303. They're all shitbags. So again, just remember, that's something I want to focus on. If I'm fucking up on it, let me know. If you have the means at hand, you have the responsibility to act. If somebody needs help and it's not going to inconvenience me or anybody else, we should help them. Alright. Next up, I intend to collab with people. I'm not going to read this off. I have some specific people I would like to collab with. Some of them are here, some of them may not be. I'm hoping that all pans out. With me being the way I am, talking about politics, kind of just being a dick in general. Being a dick in general, talking about politics, and playing games that are normally considered not easy, I might find myself struggling to collab with people. Sorry, need coffee. But we're still going to try to. If anybody would like to, I've already posted in the chat, but if anybody would like to collab with me, you can contact me via Twitter. Would be easiest. I don't really get too many Twitter DMs, so I should be able to sort through those pretty easy. Alright, and then credits go to Aeternus, who is a whole team of people, made my model. One person handled artwork, one person handled communication, and one person handled the actual rigging of my model.